can you tell us about Riley Stillman?
Riley Stillman, 24 years old, left shot defenseman. Started in Florida. We see him as a third pairing defenseman, character guy, hard to play against. Help us with our depth here.
How much of this trade is about creating a little bit of cap space and savings?
Yeah, it's part of the league, and it's operating in LTIR as we are right now. You want to make sure you have flexibility moving forward here, and yeah, it was part of it, but we were also happy to get Riley back. And Jason Dickinson is a good hockey player too, so it's obviously a never easy decision, but I think in the end, I think both clubs here were happy about it.
There's a financial component, obviously, but did Dickinson just get outplayed too, do you think, at some level, or some of the younger guys push here in camp?
Well, I think we're really happy to see the internal competition that all the good teams need, and in this case, we feel that we have depth. More so in that position, and give the coaching staff options, and yeah, that was part of it.
What have you seen from Nils Åman through camp and preseason?
Yeah, I was impressed with his fitness level coming in here, and I think he just keeps going. And my message to all the younger players was to take one step at a time and don't think too long forward there. And I think he's showing that he wants to compete for the opening night roster.
With Myers getting injured, was that at all a factor into adding a defenseman?
We always talk about the options. I'm making sure that the coaching staff have enough options to put a team in place to win hockey games. And Dermott and Myers are out here. Hopefully. Week to week, or in Myers' case, maybe 2 to 4 weeks. But we're looking at all options to make our team better depth-wise, and have a guy like Riley Stillman coming in here and having us being a little bit harder to play against, also getting a younger defenseman.
You could have made a waiver claim, or tried a waiver claim anyway. You wouldn't have to give up a second-round pick. It must be difficult having to give up a pick in this trade.
I believe we still can make waiver picks.
Give up the draft pick.
It's something that me and my staff always talk about, the value of cash, the value of picks, and you see around the league what it costs in today's cap world.
Does the cap space allow you to do maybe something else?
Could be. We'll see. We got to still a couple of days here to keep you guys busy.
Is there an update on the concussion?
Yeah. He
saw him wobble off the ice.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even see what happened there, but he is. I believe he had a concussion. He's doing better, and I'm not sure if he skated today or not.
I know that you had said at the end of last season that you wanted to improve the defense, and in the summer when you signed Mikheyev, you said you'd try and do that through trade. Is that ongoing? Does Stillman satisfy your needs for now, or do you still think you need another defenseman?
Well, talking to my staff and our pro scouts, I think we were always looking for options to improve our team. I think we're never satisfied, and we want to make sure the coaching staff has good options to put a team to win games, and that's where we're always trying to get options short term and long term.
With Dale Talon joining the organization, is he someone who had some input on this, having known Stillman from previous organizations?
Yeah, I mean, Dale was part of Florida who drafted him, and then we've seen him over the years in Chicago and Florida here, and even going back with their amateur guys too, knowing him from back in Oshawa there, Hamilton.
Bruce said this morning that Brock is going to be back in practice as early as this weekend, perhaps. Is he a possibility for opening night?
I don't know what the status is for him regarding opening night yet, but I believe that he's making progress, and there is a chance that he will be back in practice here shortly.
And is there any clarity on Di Giuseppe? He's kind of gone.
I believe that he has a lower body, and the information I have is 2 to 4 weeks.
So we haven't seen your full team, obviously, with all the injuries. How do you assess where you are at this point? How do you assess the preseason?
Good question. I mean, the good thing is that we have seen a lot of our depth players, and I'm really happy to see the younger players pushing here, the older guys in practice, and giving us some hard discussions about the opening night roster on Monday. So I think it's a fine balance. I think the coaching staff know what they have in the older guys that played there before, but from more perspective, we've been really satisfied to see a lot of younger players.
Looking at Stillman, his underlying analytics from last year were not particularly good. Is that something that you looked at and were concerned about? Something that you take into account, or do you?
Yeah, I think we're using all our departments, the scouting department and the analytic departments when we're making decisions. Part of it was how the team played and what kind of role he had, and as I said, we see him as a third pairing defenseman here.
As far as depth defensemen go, just what you've seen so far from Christian Wolanin and I guess from Kyle Burrows coming back as well.
Yeah, I've been very pleased with Christian Wolanin, and the 3 games he have played, and he really showing us what he is capable too, and I believe that he's giving the coaches options again for being in the top 6.
Did some of the injuries make it more difficult to navigate the cap ahead of opening night? Might this move part of the reason?
Yes and no. I mean, definitely makes it harder when you have injuries and you're working in LTIR. But also, in the bigger picture, we want to make sure we have options and flexibility here moving forward and going into the season, as well as next season.